Well, it's the 2026 ski season now, so here's an edit doing 360s on 3 mountains from previous years. Here's a little one from Cypress Mountain. What were those kids saying from the chairlift? This is as big as the park jumps ever get on Cypress Mountain, Vancouver, British Columbia. I had to pop and rotate really fast for that 720. Same deal for a 540. Not a lot of air. Notice the difference in the size of the jumps on Mount Seymour. So much bigger and floatier, you don't even have to pop. This was about 5 years ago. Check out the distance between the takeoff and the landing. I never spent enough time on Seymour to get around to the 5s and the 7s, but there's a cool looking Iron Cross 3. And this brings us to Silver Star outside of Vernon BC, where the jumps get even bigger if you dare. This so-called medium jump 360 felt massive. Look at the size of that extra large jump on the far left. I'm going to have to leave that one until I get my new hip. Even the small jumps here are poppy and floaty. Every time I wanted to spin more than 360, the big jumps were always closed for competitions. So I was stuck on the small jumps trying to do 540s and 720s. This 720 turned out to be a perfect 1970s one, so I'll take it. Silver Star always has a nice terrain park. Here's a run through some of them. Here comes the Rainbow Rail, my favorite one. Smooth. Here's a 360 on a large hit trying to grab mute. Look at the size of those jumps on the left. Here's a nice floaty 360 going for a mute grab. I didn't find time for 5s or 7s this time around, but I found time for this cool little backflip. Hold that edge. Back to Cypress Mountain, the park jumps aren't big enough for a backflip, but this side hit worked nicely. Alright, have a great day and stay inspired.